This team desperately needs a big bounce back series, and hopefully the Miami Marlins are just what the doctor ordered for a Phillies team who have lost 3 out of their last 4 and just finished up a putrid 4-6 road trip. Yeah, this team needs a spark, and hopefully getting home and facing lesser competition like the Marlins and Nationals will be just what the doctor ordered. This team needs some juice, man, and I really, at this point, I don't know what the fix is. They gotta get back rolling because let me check the date. It's August 13th. The September, and then the playoffs will be here before we know it. We got to get some good juju going, and there's no better way to do that than beating up on the lesser teams that are in your division. And I really, really hope the Phillies can do that because because they really need to. They need to give themselves something and the fans something to kind of relax everybody a little bit, because right now I think it seems like, watching the games, it seems like they're kind of pressing like in the batter's box, on the mound, and in the field. They're trying to make the hero play, like the big play, instead of just the simple play. And more often than not, those simple plays add up to like a big time clutch moment, and that's kind of when the good teams deliver it, when they're able to string hits together and um, stack positive momentum um, on top of each other. And this Phillies team desperately needs some positive momentum to go their way. Again, you got the Marlins and Nationals coming in for a 6-game road trip, or a 6-game homestand, and yeah, the Phillies just have got to clean up. They've got to clean up on these bad teams. That's what good teams do. They play well against the teams they're supposed to beat, and then those more difficult games become more toss-ups. But lately, the Phillies have been giving away a lot of games, and you can't afford to do that, especially if you want to go far in the playoffs, because in October you make the slightest little mistake, and that can cost you games, which can eventually cost you series. So the Phillies have got to get it rolling, and hopefully this Marlins series will be the jumping off point for that. And with that being said, let's get into the pitching matchups and the players to watch. tonight the Phillies will send the birthday boy, Taijuan Walker, to the mound. The right-hander is 3-3 with a 5.60 ERA and 43 strikeouts. See how many starts he made in 10 starts. So Taijuan Walker really needs to step it up. He's been really bad ever since the Phillies signed him. He's just not been the guy they paid all that money to, and the Phillies really need a big performance from the birthday boy tonight, and that's for sure. And on the mound for the Fish is Valentin Bellozo. It's either Bellozo or Biazzo. I'm not really sure how you would pronounce it. The rookie right-hander is 1-1 with a 3.05 ERA, along with 19 strikeouts in 20 2/3 innings pitched. So this young pitcher can strike out a lot of batters, that's for sure. So the Phillies offense has got to be focused on making contact. He has a lot of swing and miss in his game, it seems. So the Phillies, a big priority in tonight's game is just making solid contact, maybe playing more small ball than they have in previous series, because you never know how a young pitcher like Bellozo will react to base runners, and you want to kind of strike early and often with base hits and you kind of want to see his leg kick, get his timing, and maybe you can kind of manufacture runs through some stolen bases or going first and third on a single, or scoring on a ball in the gap when you're on second base. And another big key tonight behind Taijuan Walker is to play solid defense, and I mean that's always a key, but especially with a sinker ball pitcher like Taijuan Walker, someone who uses their sinker predominantly. The ability to play a clean game on the defensive end of the diamond is paramount for the Phillies to win this game tonight. And for the Marlins starter, I think a big key for him is to try to settle in as quickly as you can, and wait your keep the Phillies offense off balance and um, keep your defense engaged. And if he can do that, he'll have a good pitching performance. And if Taijuan Walker um, can locate that sinker and allow some of his off-speed stuff to kind of play off of that, I think he'll have a very solid performance tonight. So with that being said, let's get to your game 2 starting pitchers. And then game 2 for the Marlins, they'll send Enesis Cabrera to the mound. He is 2-3 with a 5.20 ERA and 68 strikeouts in 12 games. So the Phillies have got to. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Edward Cabrera. My fault. I misread his name. It was Edward Cabrera. The Phillies have got to attack him early and often. Don't let an average pitcher like Cabrera gain confidence early in the game, because if he does, it will be a long day for the Phillies offense, and they really just they've got to strike early and often. As you've got to strike early in counts and as often as you can against a pitcher like that, because if you allow them to gain confidence, it more often than not doesn't end well for your ball club. So the Phillies need to attack both pitchers early and often. And a key for Tyler Phillips in this start is to keep Jake Berger in the yard. If you can do that, this Marlins offense is, well, they're let me be clear, they're no slouches. They're not slouches. They're major league players, but they're not the highest caliber major league players. So if you can keep Jake Berger in the yard, it would be a huge victory for both Taijuan Walker and Tyler Phillips. And with that being said, let's get to the players to watch for this series for the Phillies. I think your player to watch is your player to watch has got to be Alec Bohm. he's leading the team in RBIs with 82, and he's been really, really good as of late. He's been knocking the cover off the ball, and he's been producing both offensively and defensively. And there were some times in the Arizona series he did have some defensive hiccups, but more often than not he's been rock solid over at the hot corner. So hopefully he can continue that. And the players to watch for the Marlins, or the player to watch for the Marlins, I think has got to be Jake Burger, the Miami, first baseman who leads the Fish in home runs with 22. So it should be hopefully a fun series for the Phillies. Hopefully they can get back on track, and hopefully they can get back on track. And with that being said, go Phillies.